show. Lord have mercy, I'm still in North Carolina, and I was going to go live regularly, but something happened to the internet. So I decided to go be a North Carolinian and sit on the front porch and do a live show. Anyway, welcome to the Victor Hill Show. If you're seeing this during the live broadcast, or you look at this after the live broadcast is over, I go live every single day, Monday through Monday at 5 o'clock. Even on holidays. I had an internet issue yesterday. I was trying to upload a really good lesson, which you should check out yesterday. It's called How to Maximize Your Life Through Gratitude. So, yeah, I did that lesson, and that did not upload on time because I was having problems with internet computers. And then I was just going to go live today, but Lordy was having problems with that. So I said, hey, let's go old school. Let's forget green screens and cameras. And go. What's going on, Robert? How you doing, man? Happy Thanksgiving to you. How was your Thanksgiving, man? Was it good? Yeah, so for those of you guys who are just coming on, I was having all kind of technical difficulties, so I'm old school sitting on the porch with my good old LGTE 5E, whatever, 5G, and we're going live. How was you guys' Thanksgiving? Did you guys eat properly or no? Or do you even celebrate Thanksgiving? Because I don't know, I can't assume that everyone celebrates Thanksgiving. It was challenging. I recently became, I don't even think I put chapstick on. Vegan? What the hell is wrong with you? No, I believe one day before I die, I'm gonna be low-key vegan. I honestly believe one day before I die, I'm gonna be low-key vegan. Just not today. Now, about a year ago, I was pescatarian. I used to be like, no meat, no sweets, no bread, only fish. And my body weight spoke of that sacrifice because I was in my 190s. I'm in my 220s now, and it is what it is. I've gained 30 pounds. Yeah. I had a ball this year for the first year ever for me, and this might seem shallow, but this year for the first year ever, the food wasn't the thing. I really had a good time with my family. We cut up bad. My brother, so if y'all don't know, my family dynamic has been really interesting because my brother, sister, and my sister, and my parents were all raised, all three of the children was raised in Germany. But we were raised in Germany at different times. So my brother was in Berlin and Mannheim. And then my sister and my brother was Mannheim. And then my sister and I was in Hohenfels, Germany. So we were all we got the good lighting. Yeah, so my parents got a ring light, and you see, I just plugged it up out here, put my phone on here, and I'm looking. But anyway, so we were all estranged. Not estranged, what am I saying? We were all raised in Germany, but sort of like separate cities or whatever. And then my brother lived in Idaho for, Lord, 20 years, and then I was all over the place doing this, that, and the third. So my sister has always been the mainstay child that was with my parents. But some holidays my brother would be around, I wasn't around. Some holidays I would be around, my brother wasn't around. But for the first time, I really blink my lips. Is it the lighting or my lips just look chapped? And I can't even call my nephews to get me some chapstick. It is what it is. But for the first time in like 20 years, all three of us were together. Man, we played spades, and then my cousin Kezia came and her husband, and we played, my young nieces and nephews were playing Uno at one table, and then the adults were playing spades at another table. And let me tell you, this brick home behind me is a Christian home. It's a Holy Ghost filled prayer at 6 o'clock every morning home. So we had the special drinks outside in the garage, and then if you wasn't at the spades table playing, you were the sort of bartender. You had to go out in the garage and bring it back. But it was a ball, man. Let me say this, and I don't want to be too preachery, teachery, but if you're having family issues, don't give up on your family, man. Don't give up on your family at all, because it'll be a matter of time. If you're committed to communicating, and that's what I'm grateful for my family, is we're a family of communicators. So we are going to talk about it, and we're going to call each other out, and we're going to be like, nah, because when you were talking to PJ and them, I heard you had said this, and we're going to, and I think that has been our lifeline, because if you can talk about it, who cares after that? Yeah. So I'm glad, and then I'm going to get on the road. I get it on the road because I will be in my studio tomorrow because I have a lot. Did y'all hear about the woman, the black cop, who shot like 2 women and then shot herself? We talking about that tomorrow. There was something else someone sent me. We're talking about tomorrow too, because see, and let me say this: when I first changed the direction of the show, I was doing it for politics. But these murder stories, I don't know. I enjoy talking about what I haven't even heard of. Yeah, Robert, real talk. There's a black lady cop who shot 2 or 3 people, then shot herself. I am really digging the murder stories. So, and I don't know if that makes me weird or not, but the weirder the story, the more I get excited. Yeah, so. But I wanted to go live today because I made a vow that I was going to post every single day until this season runs out or whatever. And I posted yesterday, and I was about this close. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do it, but nah, I'm going to do it. Yeah. Robert, how much weight have you lost since you went vegan? And for those of you guys that are just coming on, welcome to the V. Terrell Hill Show. I've had technical difficulties, so I'm just live talking at this point. What? 60 pounds? Who is that driving off? 60 pounds? I might need to go vegan. I wonder if I can go vegan on just non-holidays. So every month there's a holiday, I just want to go vegan. Somebody just ran over an entire mailbox. And it's my family. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed right now. I mean, they hit the whole mailbox. Oh, Jesus, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so glad y'all didn't see that. Oh my God, in this nice neighborhood. Anyways, what was I saying? I lost my whole train of thought. I lost my whole train of thought. Did y'all hear the noise? It was like crack. That's why you can't take folk everywhere. Anyways, for those of y'all just coming on, I've had technical difficulties, so I'm on here just talking, enjoying you guys. Don't come in and say hey to me. Let me know. Ain't nobody see it but you. It'll be okay. Right. I'm so glad I didn't have the camera turned that way. I would be over it. Right now, I am in Burlington, North Carolina. I'll be back in the studio tomorrow, but I was having technical difficulties. So instead of giving up, I just pulled out the ring light and the camera, plugged the camera up on the front porch. All I need now is some coffee or liquor, one or the other. I would stay out here forever. Yes, Lordy. Hey, and as I said this a couple of shows ago too, if you have something you want me to talk about, like to report, email me. It's info. To find me is so easy. Look at my name, V. Terrell Hill on his YouTube, right? Take out the I in the spaces, and then put an info@.com for my email address, or on any social media is V. Terrell Hill. I am the most findable person on the internet. So send me your stories if you want me to talk about them. One video that I did not think was going to do that well is actually doing well and still growing, and that's the video of the military, the U.S. Army soldiers who have been killed mysteriously, and they're all connected one way, either directly or indirectly. And I didn't think that story was going to move. I was just doing it because the story needs to be talked about because it's weird and unsolved. And that story is still growing, which leads me to believe that I want to put more focus, I would like to put more focus at least, on stories that are not headline news, Because, for example, the story I reported about on Wednesday about the aunt who thought she fell in love and the guy killed her and took her organs, the only reason why the Peru police took it seriously was because of social media outrage. Now, this happened in Mexico. The lady was from Mexico, so it didn't hit Americans. There was social media outrage. And then Shanquilla Robinson, same difference. The FBI, Department of Justice, even though they couldn't do nothing, just for the fact that they acknowledged at the time that, okay, we see this case, da 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 da, it only happened for social media outrage. So I say that accounts like this and other accounts that are talking about stories that may not be top algorithm news, make sure you share, like, subscribe, comment, so that the stories can be pushed out. Because what happens is, just from a business perspective, y'all, if I talk about, let's say 2 murders happened yesterday, right? And one murder is highly popular and the other murder isn't, if I report on the highly popular murder, it's going to push, because everybody's talking about it, the algorithm's going to push it out there. But if I'm talking about a murder that no one knows happened, the algorithm is not going to be as favorable to me. So I'm asking you guys kindly on stories that mean something to you, even if you don't want to do it all the time, but stories that mean something to you or stories that move you and you just want more people to hear about it, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Yeah. Now, as it relates to subscribing, hell, subscribe! If you're watching this right now and you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, speaking of, y'all see my sweatshirt? It said Black is Move. And yesterday I support black businesses. And the reason, and I don't know if you guys, and I can't do it a lot on my regular show because of green screen, so I can't wear everything that I would like to wear, but I wear hoodies and sweatshirts all the time. But it's really dangerous for me to drive outside of Atlanta, through rural Georgia, through South Carolina, and through North Carolina with this on. And yesterday, my youngest nephew whispered in my ear, "Can we go get some candy?" So I said, all right, go get your coat on. We'll sneak out and get some candy, right? And I had the I support black businesses on there. And I walked up in this very, very, very redneckish kind of a gas station. And I said to myself, Lord have mercy, what have I done? But you know what's interesting though? There was like 3 or 4 young white men that came in after us. And what I noticed about North Carolinians, or a certain kind of North Carolinians, that's different from the other like very rural areas in the South. North Carolinians are so polite. And I don't understand that. And I don't know about Alabamians and Mississippians because I don't spend a lot of time in Alabama and Mississippi. But Georgia white rules are not very nice at all. But North Carolinian white rules, just as polite. Me and my nephew was looking at candy. They were walking. He was like, "Excuse me, I don't want to miss. I don't want to interrupt you guys. Excuse me." And then the guy coming behind said, "Me too." Right after, "Excuse me." And in my parents' neighborhood, it's a custom that you wave at everybody. So if I'm driving down the neighborhood, I'm supposed to wave as people are walking by. And if I'm walking, and then I remember one time I was outside exercising in the driveway, and the mailman, I saw the mailman, I didn't care, it was the mailman, and he waved at me, and I didn't wave back because I'm not used to waving, and I can look in his face like, what's wrong with you? It worries me because I've been in Atlanta since 2015. It's 2022, almost 23, about 7 to 8 years now, and I'm very Atlanta at this point. We mind our business. We don't speak unless we spoken to. Now we'll give the whole brother head nod like, and now you know in Atlanta, all the other eyes you get. If you know what I mean, you know. If you know, you know. You know. But in North Carolina, everybody's just like, "Hey, how you doing?" I can dig it. Yeah, if they like it, I love it. I only come here to rest though, because this is way too slow for me. It's entirely too slow. Yeah. Okay, y'all. How long? I've been on here 14 minutes. Unless y'all have any questions or comments, I'm getting off here at 20 minutes. Listen, I made a promise to myself. It was a covenant I made with myself that where are my things? That every single day I'm gonna go live And yeah, it's customary to wave as greeting in rural Mississippi. Oh, I didn't know that. First of all, hey Carissa, how you doing? Okay, so Mississippi is the same way too. Yeah, it's just not like that in Georgia at all. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna challenge the four of you guys that are on here right now, and those of you guys that will watch this afterwards. I'm gonna give you guys a challenge. Robert, I don't wave. What? Yeah, well, there's always one bad apple in the bunch, Robert. But I want to challenge you guys. All right, and here's a challenge. I made a covenant with myself about 2 months ago that every day at 5 o'clock I was going to go live. And then we had Thanksgiving, and I ran into a lot of issues, but I pressed my way through. I pressed my way through on this one. As you can see, I'm just going to talk to the phones. So I want to give you guys the same challenge. What commitment have you made to yourself? What covenant have you made with yourself that's directly connected? Now I want to be specific. That's directly connected to a goal that has nothing to do with nobody but you. So I'm not talking about the church got a fundraiser and you made a covenant to give $2 a month. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about the PTA, not the PTSD, the PTA at school, and you say you're going to go to all the booster clubs. I'm talking about a goal that's directly connected to you. Do you have a covenant you made with yourself to do something every day to get you towards the goal that you have directly connected to you? And if you don't, glory to God, it's time that you do one. And if you guys do, I would love for you to share. I would love for you to share. But you should have something. So there's two sayings. Inch by inch, life is a cinch. And yard by yard, life is hard. So that daily covenant doesn't have to be strenuous or hard. Now, this one is, yeah. But anyway, what I'm doing is, but it don't have to be strenuous or hard, but it has to be able to move you inch by inch towards your goal. So there's another one that says that man overestimates what they can do in a year, but underestimate what they can do in 3 years. And so the point is, if you can do something small every single day for a year, by the time, for 3 years, you will have underestimated what you will accomplish when that 3 years is over. So every single day. And if you have not created a covenant with yourself, create one. And then shoot for the stars. Shoot for the stars. Let me say this. Rejection can be, and disappointment can be, a poison to your forward movement. Disappointment and rejection can be a poison to your forward movement. And why I say that is because there's an ingredient that a lot of people do not talk about. I'm just rocking away over here. There's an ingredient that a lot of people do not talk about, and that ingredient that you need is called hope. And we don't talk about that often. Hope. Hope. Let's say it again. Hope. You need hope to do what you're trying to do. H-O-P-E, hope to do what you're trying to do. And if you have suffered a lot of rejection and disappointment and failures, you might, before you start your journey, might have to check to make sure that your hope is intact. So, all right, great. It happened to you. But do you still got your hope? All right, you failed, but do you still have your hope? So before you start anything, because let me tell you what happened. If your hope is broke, you more than likely won't extend or stretch like you need to, or sacrifice like you need to. You'll do it with so much caution that you might as well not do it. because I don't want to be disappointed. I can't take failure again. I can't take being hurt again. So you won't reach for and touch that thing. Make sure my hope is in yes. But if you got hope, I almost jumped. But if your hope is intact, you'll do it. You'll be very aware when I did this last time I failed, but I got hope. The last time I went and do this, it was a tragic mess, but I still got my hope. And if your hope is intact, that hope is the gasoline to your extender, to your reach, to your touch, to your I'm gonna do it all. You have to have hope. And I don't know why us influencers that talk from a spirituality and consciousness space don't deal in hope a lot. We talk about belief, we talk about, consistency and affirmation and consciousness and awareness, but we miss hope. Hope is sort of like the pinky finger, and you don't realize you need it until it's gone, or the pinky toe. Hope is that one little piece that no one pays attention to until you don't have it and you realize how broke you are without it. Some of y'all have been thinking it's been this, and some of y'all have been thinking it's been that, but you hadn't even realized your hope has been broke. We need a restoration of hope. The disenfranchised. The reason why the disenfranchised can stay disenfranchised is because they don't have no hope. I got Bible, because y'all know I was raised in the Christian church. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence things not seen. So I have to have hope before I can have faith. Faith is the substance of my hope. Hold on for a second. Faith is the substance of my hope. Yeah. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. Yeah, faith is the substance of things hoped for. So I have hope, and then I have faith, which is the substance of what I'm hoping for. It is the evidence of what I do not see with my natural eye. So if I am going to apply that's why faith without works is dead. So if I am going to apply my faith, I must have two things: sight, a vision, and hope. And I'm hoping for what I see. I'm hoping that what I see will come to pass. And then what do I use? Faith. So if your hope is broke, or if your sight is cloudy, then you better preach, Vincent. Thank you, Sandra. If your hope is broke or your eyes are clouded, don't go out there trying to. That's why the first module in my Entrepreneur Me class is about you, self. A lot of us, I promise you, let me say this, you're not lazy, you're not cursed, you're not broken, you're not talented. Your hope is broke. That's why you have to guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it comes the issues of life. You opened up your heart in a way, and it broke your hope. And let me tell you, if you're watching this today, this was not an accident. Today is the day that your hope is restored. Ain't no more failure, y'all. Ain't no more failure. Ain't no more failure. The day is the day that hope is restored. I feel that. Y'all feel that? I feel it. You son of a I feel it. Today is the day that your hope is restored. Now, let me say this. Y'all know how good this light is? It's pitch dark outside. This light is good. I'm going to say it again. Today is the day that your hope is restored. Nope. Today is the day. In this very moment, your hope is restored. All right, so that's that. That's what I have. That's all I got today. I got lost in that. And let me tell y'all this. And I like to say this not for one reason only. We're in November, July to probably October. I faced some of the most hardest. You know, you can go through stuff and it hurt, but then you go through stuff that make you do the ugly cry over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I have ugly cried myself to death. But the things that I talk about, when I'm not talking about latest news and stuff like that, my 1 minute inspirational post that I post every day and shows like this, I'm not just repeating stuff. This is stuff that I was forced to implement or I would have no life right now. So when I tell you to check your hope, I'm telling you that if your hope is broke and you take some time to heal and make your hope whole, what you are going to realize and start manifesting in your life will be triple, quadruple. I mean, just square power. What is it? Two squared, 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all. And let me be clear. And this ain't about Christian. This ain't about Catholic. This ain't about Muslim. This ain't about nothing. This is a universal, in my opinion, principle that anybody can use. Anybody can use. All right? Okay. Wow. I was supposed to be on here for 25 minutes. Now it's 27 minutes. I really want to keep going, but I'm going to stop. So at any rate, y'all, I come on every single day, Monday through Monday at 5 o'clock. And we talk about social justice and politically adjacent things. But what the point of difference, what makes my show different from all the other shows out there is, number one, I start off the show or the topic with a ton load of data, a ton load of statistics and what happened. And then we discuss it and talk about it just from a different perspective. And we ask questions like, well, could they really have done it? Well, if they didn't do it, who did it? And it's a fun, great, enlightening, insightful conversation that we have with each other. I stream every day on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And next week, I'm adding Instagram Live. I'm excited about that. So it'll be 4 platforms. But I only look at the comments on YouTube. As well, if you guys enjoyed today's topic and you want a one-on-one with me, I always give one for free. You can email me at info@vterrellhill.com. Remember, look at my name on this YouTube channel. Take out the dot and the spaces and put info@myname.com. and put in the subject line free consultation, and I will give you a free 30-minute consultation, and we're going to talk just like this with each other. All right? If you found value in this video, please like, share, subscribe, and/or comment, because that helps my algorithm push this out to more people that's just like this. Hey, Lord, we thank you that our hope is restored. Amen. All right, see y'all later. Bye.